3 series down, 2 to go. It's only been an hour and a half, but this has been a quick, fast and furious series of games so far in Group E.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about how the round of 32 usually plays out, it's about an hour per series we usually give it, but it's 3 down within an hour and a half. Pretty fast day so far, but we are ready for our next game. The vetoes are in process, and we'll be ready to load in within the next couple of minutes. Quite excited for this one as the Europeans fight against each other.
Yeah, one of them, unfortunately, is going to be eliminated here from Group E. It's going to be either FireCake or BabyKnight, and one of them gets the privilege of playing against Stardust.
Is it going to be FireCake who can, try and get some revenge here, or is BabyKnight going to try and scrape some victory out of his former loss versus first there? We'll see. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We have one side, the French guy, who likes Swarm Host but hasn't used them yet, and definitely could do within this series. He played rather well against Stardust, but not quite able to beat the Korean. Can he finally get his first map victory under his belt? So far in the WCS, he has lost 5 best-of-3s in a row, is currently 0 and 10 in map scores. But can he get a win here? It would be a great start for him, and he's wanting to go to the round of 16.
Yep.
But then again, we have BabyKnight on the right-hand side. 20 wins and 19, a balanced 50-50 kind of player throughout all the WCS. Had a pretty good start in the WCS in Season 1 in 2013. But since then, there's been like a round of 16 consistent player and not been able to breach further than that. But just a few days ago did announce his retirement, unfortunately. And so win or lose today, he's done within StarCraft 2. If he loses, we won't see him again. If he wins, he would play in the round of 16. But of course, his heart is somewhere else.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. Well, I think here, if we look at this series, if you look at how BabyKnight played the first series out against First, for example, do you feel that BabyKnight is going to bring that kind of same flair to this series, like being very, very aggressive, trying to get his opponent killed off very fast?
All right. BabyKnight doesn't want to have a long game against Swarm Hosts.
Probably not.
He's mentioned it on his personal Twitter before. He's even indicated that one of the smaller reasons towards his retirement was that he didn't enjoy Swarm Host games. If FireCake gets there, that's where he's going to be comfortable, and that's where BabyKnight will probably just mentally give up. But I'm pretty sure, as you say, BabyKnight's going to be looking to finish this one fast, similar to how Stardust did.
All right. Well, first map is going to be Altazim's Stronghold between these two guys. They're both getting in the lobby and getting good to go in this. But it's with you detailing how FireCake is, currently not doing so well in Premier stats, 0 and 10. This is his best chance to get some wins under his belt.
Against a player who's retired from the game, yes, this is your best chance. And I believe he will finally get a map victory in the WCS here.
Maybe,
He may get a series victory.
Yes.
He may get a chance to go and revenge or attempt revenge against Stardust. It's going to be difficult for BabyKnight, a player who isn't practicing and training as hard as he used to, against a player who's eager to get to the round of 16.
Yeah.
In interviews coming into today, he said he wants the round of 16.
Yeah, he said he leaves series against Terrans and Zergs on ladder, just wants to practice against Protosses. And like when we're saying these things, about him not having any map victories in Premier, we're not like discrediting his rise, because actually he has become this kind of consistent player in qualifying for Premier League. Being top 32 in Europe is pretty darn good. He has really made a name for himself as of late. Just can't quite breach those upper echelons of that tier system.
He's better than Challenger.
Yeah.
But worse than Premier so far. He needs to kind of find his balance, because right now he just qualifies for Premier, drops right out. Qualifies for Premier, drops right out. Does it consistently back and forth through the 3rd time being in Premier League this season. But things could change here. Maybe not a last place. Maybe, just get a map win. That's, a step forward in the right direction here. But I'm definitely thinking that FireCake is looking a little bit further than just BabyKnight.
All right, well, we're loading up and getting good to go now into Altazim's Stronghold, which will be our first game of this series. And again, one of these guys, unfortunately for them, is knocked out of Premier, back into Challenger, as we have spawning over on the left bottom of this map. It is FireCake representing Punchline ESC. And up to the top right-hand corner with a cool little hook decal, it's BabyKnight.
This is one of the worst maps for Swarm hosts, if we were to see them attempted by FireCake. But it is and can play nicely to his other style that we saw on Frost, which was the Zergling, Corruptor, Ultralisk style Hydralisk kind of mix. That could work well here because it's a very open map and is good for those types of fights that Zerg can bring to a Protoss in open areas. Likewise, you know, we didn't really know what to expect from BabyKnight today, whether it was all a ruse and his retirement was a fake and he was just going to come in better than ever and win the whole thing, or if it was real and that he hasn't been practicing and he's not really, you know, professional in StarCraft 2 anymore, which it seems like it is, as just mentioned. Don't know what to expect in terms of strategy from him, whether he's going to try and follow professional builds, whether he's going to try something completely random to catch his opponent off guard to look to finish the game easy. I'm not sure.
I mean, all right, if I was in BabyKnight's shoes and I was, you know, here in the round of 60, round of 32 or whatever, I just retired, I'd do anything, man. It'd be
You'd
the
go
greatest.
down with guns blaring.
Oh yeah, man. It's like, well, whatever. I don't know. 2 base, 3 Stargates, Void Rays, all the Void Rays.
You would be Scarface in the last 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah, man. That's what I would do if I was BabyKnight. It would be the sickest professional games ever. How about you, man? I mean, what would you do? Would you play like serious games out and just kind of keep going?
It depends. It depends on how much he thinks there's a realistic chance of him advancing, because there is a $1,000 difference between the round of 32 and top 16.
Yeah.
He retains Premier League for another season, which gets him another $2,000. So technically, it's a $3,000
difference.
So it depends on how much of a blaze he wants to go down. But if he was to come out this group in second, he basically banks himself $3,000.
That's pretty good.
Which is good.
That ties you over quite nicely.
The extra 1,000 for advancing to the 16, plus the extra 2,000 for being in Premier League again. So as much as he probably would like to go down with guns shooting and
that'd be great,
white powder everywhere, I think he may want to maybe play for that $3,000.
Oh, wow. That would be so fantastic. But, oh, well. We'll find out in just a little bit what he's got planned for us, what's in store.
Yeah, it's a greedy build for him, though.
Yeah.
Nexus first into Gateway. No defense whatsoever set up against potential early attacks, but he knows it's a big map. The likelihood of aggression from FireCake is minimal, so he is okay to get away with this.
Well, considering how FireCake actually opened against his previous Protoss opponent on Frost.
Can't be too careful.
Yeah, things could have been different, but he sees the Zerglings now poking out at the front and doesn't see a third down just yet. So he hasn't really got a huge amount of information and really can't really do too much.
No, he's got absolutely no idea really what's going on. There is Zergling speed pretty fast in this game. It is more so, by the looks of it, to control the map and stop any probes and pylons getting around to launch the aggressive play from. But BabyKnight, with his accelerated economy, could easily go into some big 2-base attack. He's got probes a lot earlier. He's got Chrono Boost earlier. He has a stronger economy earlier than usual. He could throw all of that into a massive gateway attack. It could be a fast third. Like I said, possibilities are endless. He has chosen a sentry here and a really fast forge. So, with a fast forge like this, could be a big 2-base +1. But the problem is he doesn't have a probe out on the map or anything to launch this from. It could be a fast third with cannon protection. The forge is spotted, so FireCake knows that the two kind of builds and strategies I mentioned are quite possible here. Aggression or fast third.
Yeah, it gets an alright scout out of the main, to be honest with you. There is another pylon down to the natural that he technically could hide tech at if he wanted to. Now, especially, well, now the Zergling's dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But there's the +1 weapons going down here for BabyKnight.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be... well, actually, he goes 2 more gateways first. I thought he was going to go down places third already. But it looks like it is going to be a third base play. And in this regard, it is more difficult to punish if you were to try to tech at the same time. 10 lings are on the way, and an evolution chamber. 10 lings is not enough to stop this, I don't think. Not. Oh, well, I know it's not.
Yeah, he might commit to melee upgrades again, like we saw out on the Frost. I mean, that melee kind of style is very strong. He's getting a Roach Horn, actually.
Yeah, well, at least the Lings see which type of strategy it is, whether it be aggression or not. He knows now that fast third means he's going to be using +1 attack to help defend this third with cannons already up and a wall off with gateways, yada, yada, yada. So from this position, he's free to drone heavily. very heavily at this point. But he did squeeze out 10 more Lings, 22 in total. Is this the right balance to break this third?
And we're going to have to try and catch those sentries, which BabyKnight is actually defending really well. That's a great pylon placement to deal with any kind of wraparound, at least.
Zealot in the wall as well to make sure there's no run-bys. Photon overcharge not that far away. 3 more sentries as well.
Alright, just want to deny a little bit of this damage from being done, though. There are more Zerglings on the way. And he's going to try and get the wraparound, but there's the force fields in due time.
I mean, no cannon down, but so far so good. These 22 Lings were not enough, which, to be honest, they should have really been drones if he's not going to get anything from them. He's going to try again. This is not going to be broken. So that's good for BabyKnight. That's actually very good. Twilight Council comes in, which means we will be going up to Blink and +2 most likely. And the third is fine.
Just to fortify that, that's all good and dandy. And even a Robo Facility, I should say, in the wall at the third base, that's very... It's like efficient placement, right? If it doesn't die. As long as you can get those units to the front very quickly, it's nice, but you got to make sure it stays alive. All
right, so what is FireCake's next plan here? He's got the carapace upgrade, he's got full saturation across 3 bases, a very high drone count, and has taken a 4th. He's about to go to Lair. He's using the Zergling upgrades. It looks like he'll probably play to how he played before. So kind of Zergling heavy for any kind of attack. Well, with Zergling heavy, he'll probably even need another hatchery too, not just the 4th base.
Yeah.
The Zergling heavy should hopefully protect him against a 3-base timing. There's the other hatchery. But then he should be looking towards his Corruptors again, and then eventually up to Hive. That's style-ish. Which Corruptor doesn't really help too much here because there are no Colossus. Masslings is good, but he really, really needs to get a lot of lava in because it's going to be quite lava intensive to fight this.
And he does manage to spot that spy right at the back. He didn't click on it, but looking at the positioning of that through the Fog of War, you can pretty much anticipate what's going on. A lot of sentries
Big scout too by FireCake.
What's he spotted?
Twilight Council, gateways, +2, everything. Knows exactly what he's going up against, which is going to be a bit of a push out. You would imagine with +2 and Blink, with no focus on splash damage yet, this is very heavy gateway attack. Because ideally as a Protoss, you want splash damage to deal with the units. But if you don't, then you want a lot of the units that you're going to have to try and do damage before it's too late. So now FireCake needs to prepare himself for an eventual attack.
Just getting drones and drones and drones towards that 4th base. But again...
Look at Lings everywhere, scouting for potential pylons, probes, hidden bases, you name it.
They're having a field day on this map. They are absolutely all over the place. Not exactly at the front to spot when a movement will come out, so he'll spot it like just approaching the halfway mark if it did come. But again, that's a lot of sentries in this army here for BabyKnight, where it will control space. Mutalisks are being produced.
I think it's a fake.
Yeah, just like a sprinkling, 4 of them.
Yeah, I think it's a fake more because if BabyKnight sees this, he's like, oh god, no, not Mutalisk on this map. May throw down more Stargates, may start to change his composition to beat Mutalisk, but it's just a couple.
Jeez, so many drones. He's actually going up to 100 drones. Like, he's adding on spore crawlers everywhere.
BabyKnight sees Mutalisks, or should have seen them. Now, what is reaction? More Stalkers get warped in.
He's just going to
He may just attack.
Yeah.
But then he's got to be careful. He's adding on another cannon.
There's the Robo Bay going down, as well as a lot of Lings in production here.
There's Stargate. See Fleet Peeking. He's been tricked. Nice move by FireCake.
Yeah, very good. Where are the Mutalisks? Okay.
This is a nice move.
If he sees only 4 though, and like shuts those down.
Yeah, but FireCake doesn't want to show 4. Just show the tail end of them because there could have been more there.
There could have been more coming out.
There could be more flying around somewhere, which means BabyKnight's going to tuck in on 3 bases and defend nicely, and then look for an attack. But then once he starts to realize it may be too late, as the Ultras Cavern could be down by then. And even if these Mutalisks get a couple of kills, whatever. This was a ruse. This was a trick. This was a delaying tactic. It doesn't matter about the Mutalisks. They're there just for a trick.
Yep,
and I think BabyKnight will probably start to click now.
Yeah.
And then the Mutalisks even see the Stargate and Fleet Beacon, and he's like, haha.
Our job is done. Fly away.
The idiot. And then he's... BabyKnight's going to move out now, because I think he's starting to realize...
Yeah.
He's still got a very powerful army, though, bear in mind. Keep that in mind. Very, very powerful.
Well, especially since it's like only really Zerglings against these force fields.
It's only it's Zerglings only with 5 Hydras.
Not the best.
BabyKnight can still win this, even though a lot of tricks are coming. I think FireCake probably wanted BabyKnight to sit down a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's moving out now. There's a lot of Lings, though. 112 Lings.
Jeez.
12 Hydralisk, the Ultra Cavern coming in. FireCake needs a good surround, not just a one directional attack. It needs to be surround.
There's a good opportunity to surround on a map like this if he actually sets himself up well enough. And we saw that he did take very strong engagements against Stardust despite losing out on one or two of them. So got to be careful here in FireCake's shoes.
BabyKnight sees a hive already and hasn't quite seen the army, but he's in good position for the time being. He's got lots of force fields to assist, and if this fight's just head on, then BabyKnight is in good shape. It needs to come from multiple directions.
He's spreading himself out now with these Zerglings, and if he strays onto creep, he sees it with the Hallucinated Phoenix, though. He sees the two angles and backs right on out of there. Good moves by BabyKnight so far, who knows his opponent's anticipating
He's not even going to attack in.
Yeah.
He's going home.
I think... well,
he's
now he's got to deal with the follow-up.
Well, now he has to deal with Ultralisk. But the thing is that FireCake's got a lot of useless units now, which are a lot of Lings that were meant to deal with the attack. They're not as good as the game goes on. So technically, it's up to FireCake to actually get rid of these and maybe be a bit aggressive himself. But that means BabyKnight would trade efficiently, which is always good.
I mean, it's the majority just gateway units, but it's still strong for a little bit until those lists actually come out. Not on the field just yet.
Yeah, there's no there's one Immortal as well, not the best composition. Tempo Archives will help out with Archons. But
Zerglings grab that Nexus very fast and get on out of there.
Yeah. I think FireCake's looking to get rid of these Lings now. They're pretty useless in a fight now.
Yeah.
They were used to buy time and defend, but now we can't do anything.
Into the Furnace, unfortunately, for a few of them. And the third base, not too much done there either, but he's just looking to stretch.
He has to get rid of these Lings because he needs Ultralisks. He's already trading them off now.
Looking to get value out of them, though.
Something,
Fourth. Doesn't get it. And runs on out once again. He's making more Lings.
I'm not sure why. He's got a lot of units he needs to trade off. Maybe he's not ready for Ultralisk yet.
Perhaps. Maybe he wants... Well, he's got 2,200 gas, though. He could still have like an explosion of Ultralisk pretty fast.
Yeah, but he's definitely got to trade off these units if he wants to make that happen. He's at 200 supply almost of units that aren't that good.
But one thing's for sure, though. I feel that he still has good control of the map, right? I mean, there's not really a whole lot BabyKnight's doing other than pushing through the middle. And even if he does that, it's like, well, he's just going to get counterattacked all the time.
BabyKnight just needs to keep defending until these units are traded off. And then start to prepare for the longer parts of this game, which he already is kind of with 3 Stargates coming in.
Yeah.
Here come the trade-off. Oh, he's going to get the 4th maybe? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now he's getting rid of these Lings efficiently.
With adrenal glands there on those as well. That falls very fast, but oh dear me.
That would have been nice. Well, he's made the big switch to Ultralisk now, and I think BabyKnight's starting to realize what's going on. 2 Robos, 3 Stargates. Void Ray, Immortal, Archon coming in. Tick-tock, FireCake. The longer this game goes on, the worse your army's going to be.
And the funny thing is that every time now I see Ultralisks, I'm like instantly checking the main ramp just to make sure there's not a Spire in the way, because that's like happening in GSL. I'm like, is that actually going to be there? No. Okay, that was the most freak occurrence ever. Oh,
FireCake's like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you attacking me? I'm meant to be attacking you.
Ah, run away! These poor queens who wanted to spread creep in the middle of the map didn't get any opportunity to. And pushes away. Yeah,
pushes back the attack, and it means it's going to be harder for FireCake to move over there. He wanted creep to be on the other side. Yeah. Nice move there from BabyKnight, right in between Ultralisk being made and being ready. Really nice move.
It's still quite a strong army from BabyKnight. Got to give him that. Yeah. Plus 3 weapons. No armor upgrades.
He's lost hardly nothing in this game.
Yeah, let's have a look at the area he's lost. Tries to blink forwards to catch an Ultralisk. He's done well so far.
Yes, he has.
All right, going to keep going forwards. As FireCake tries to spread more creep again, but that's not really going to happen. We have a little bit of a counter-attack with a lot of Zerglings. But again, the Phoenix is keeping an eye.
FireCake needs to make this happen soon.
Yeah. Oh, the warping, but that's not airtight.
There's a lot of cannons here. They were built for the Mutalisk earlier.
Yeah.
BabyKnight's going to harass these bases a little bit with Zealots. There's a Dark Shrine that just finished up, but as mentioned, FireCake needs to kind of fight soon, I think.
Yeah.
With the amount of Archons and the air potential from +2 attack that just finished up, very strong army that BabyKnight holds currently, and I think in a heads-up fight very, very soon here, if not now already, BabyKnight may win this.
Yeah, those Lings actually managed to get a few pylons in the main base, so underpowering some of these buildings is good to delay the production. But again, BabyKnight, you know, with 3 Immortals on the way at any time.
Yeah. If BabyKnight's ready for a Mulus switch, he's ready to build Void Rays if he wants to add them in at any point. He's ready for anything that FireCake is going to attempt. And I think if they were to collide, with +3 attack for the air coming in, that may be FireCake's plan to just build mass Mutalisks. But I think BabyKnight will be on top of that, and we'll probably get... did he get Phoenix range already? Yeah, he has. So he's on top of it. I like BabyKnight's position a lot in this game.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's doing really well. If this is his final hurrah, why not go out with an absolute bang? His army's okay. He needs the Immortals fully with it. Because that's a lot of Ultras still, with full upgrades.
All right. I don't know where... I think I know, as mentioned, what FireCake's plan is just fight and then Mutalisk switch, but BabyKnight has got such a good army.
Yeah.
Is there Vipers to complement this?
I think so, yeah.
So Blinding Clouds are going to be quite important here to land on this army. Very important, actually.
He's still got pylons on outlying bases to try and find them up to the north. And
40 Mutalisk capable, 42. It's very, very high. He could build.
A lot of hallucinated zealots here. I think that BabyKnight just in general with the sentries, yes, they're still alive, but hallucinations to kind of like annoy the mechanics of the Ultralisks going into an engagement
and
is probably the best way.
Also to drag the army one way while he mains his army down the south and to clear up the space.
Yeah, it was like a good
Gets
fake.
to chase these zealots while he's actually gone in to clear up a base, which is very nice. A very nice move.
Yeah, pretty sick. Especially since he's also mixed in real zealots.
Yeah.
Once or twice. It's like, well, you know, it really does put the doubt in your mind as to whether or not it's actually a real harass. Because these ones actually got through.
Yeah, and in the position BabyKnight's in is so good. He's cleaned up one base. He's going to come around to the back to another and can easily recall out from this. As long as that Mothership core is nice and safe, which it should be.
Yeah.
And this is fine. This is a really good position to be in.
3 Immortals keep getting churned on out, so he's got up to 7 now.
Like 40 Lings, are they to snipe a base?
They're
not useful in the fight.
Especially if BabyKnight just fortifies this the most pivotal mining base that he has with a few more cannons.
Well, look at that one sentry for BabyKnight that got recalled back into the 4th.
Where is
he? It's actually the safety 3 force field sentry.
He's like, I'll protect this, guys. Bless him. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know if this is really going to work out. We're going to find out in just a little bit. FireCake is just kind of not really doing anything.
No, he's building up a lot of money. He's just sitting on this army and making money. And he could make the biggest Mutalisk switch. He's got 120 army supply currently. That could be all in Mutalisk soon. Could build like 60 Mutalisks, which is nuts.
Pretty crazy. This static defense gets completely rendered useless. And, well, the Ultralisks move forwards. It's not the most ideal of engagements for him.
Blinding Cloud's good there. It's so clumped.
But the Ultralisks are melting. He pulls back outside of the Blinding Clouds. Needs to. There's a few Immortals that did die at the front, but he still has 6 in reserve.
And it's only 21 switch. But what's BabyKnight making? 3 more Immortals.
Ooh.
So that's not really ideal here.
He needs
and
the
imagine
intel.
if the Mutalisk turned off the Stargates, which is the switch in the preparation ready towards this.
Yeah.
BabyKnight hasn't noticed that this switch is already happening because he didn't think that the trade-off was big enough of a loss.
Sees Mutalisks down here if he's actually keeping an eye on it. Yeah, they're 5 Phoenix instantly.
Well, then this is FireCake's lights turning off.
Yeah.
FireCake's been playing. I mean, this is a difficult map for Zerg.
Yeah.
Unless you play super aggressive throughout it all, which BabyKnight's played quite well defensively, it's very difficult to fight Protoss here. It's so big. This switch, he was hoping for everything, but he's got to kill off maybe some of his own units to keep building Phoenixes here. But, you know, 10 Phoenixes with +3 attack and +1 armor with range and Stalkers and Archons not far.
Yeah. It's difficult to shut down. It is. That sentry got out. I think he killed it. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, so
he's added in Corruptors into the mix too, but you just need a lot of Phoenixes.
I mean, we've seen Mutalisk Corruptor be played out fantastically on this map. Then the transition into Infestors to try and lock down the Phoenix in turn from people like Nurture.
Which will probably be the reason for Borrow.
Yeah. Absolutely needs Infestors to complement this army if he's going to be going up against an opponent that was well ready for it.
Show me the Phoenixes, and they are ready to rock and roll, or rock and fly.
I'm going to poke away at this army. Like, get away!
So much damage here.
Okay, he actually pulled 2 of those Phoenix forwards. That's not exactly the most efficient use of that.
This is so fun. This is the best part of Phoenixes. Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite
unit,
unit, man.
that every Mutalisk costs 100 gas. You're like, yes, 100 damage.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, actually, the Ultralisk come to play.
Well, that wasn't expected, but BabyKnight doesn't carry. I'll say, oh, actually, I can win this.
Yeah, he can. FireCake, you got to be careful here, my friend.
Yeah, BabyKnight may just go for it now. He realizes this isn't going to work, this Mutalisk switch.
Catches a few of those units as well on the pickup. Just keeps plowing forwards. He doesn't care. He's just going for it.
This could be BabyKnight's ticket for a 1-0 with this next fight.
Could be. FireCake is looking on the ropes here. He's somehow got to find a way out of this. Hydra's getting produced, but that's not really going to help out against this army. The Mutalisks are falling. The Corruptors aren't really doing a huge amount to really deny this.
There's not even a reinforcement pylon close. He's just bulldozing.
Yeah. He's like, well, time to kill. Time to die.
Bulldozing.
Wow, BabyKnight. He went right through to the heart here of the production. But bye-bye one hatchery. There isn't even outlying hatcheries for FireCake set up to kind of go for any kind of weird base trade scenario. And now he only has 1,000 gases worth. Yes, he made a lot of Mutalisks during all of that, but
BabyKnight still got 4,000 gas. Even if he was to lose this entire army, on this side of the map is good because he probably has enough time to rebuild another army. But FireCake's using the useless units, which are the Hydralisk and an Ultra or two, to counter, to slow a fifth. I reckon you should warp in DTs here to defend.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He doesn't have any detection. That's the best way to defend against this kind of attack.
Yeah, Overseer's just never going to get over there in time.
Yeah, he should be warping in DTs over there.
Would be very nice indeed. Those cannons trying to hold on for their lives, though. And the recall actually back.
That works as well. Either way.
I mean, you killed off a lot of your opponent's infrastructure, right? Sorry, mining bases. Important mining bases. Oh, fungal.
They have to rebuild those Phoenixes.
But he has the money.
But in terms of who has money and who doesn't, FireCake's out $1.
Yeah.
Who needs $1? $1, he does. He's completely down on bases. He has no income, really. He has very little Mutalisk, Claris.
Yeah, he can make Lings. Hey, Lings.
Yeah, not going to do anything.
Yeah, Lings. That'll, yeah, not really do a whole lot. So, still continuing to press these Ultralisks up against the wall.
You know, not the most exciting game here, really, today, this one, even though it's 31 minutes in. But I'm just trying to figure out how FireCake can win this. Again, if a good fungal hits into the Phoenixes, if the Phoenixes aren't out there, you know, there's not that many of them.
Neural Parasite on the way.
No idea what that's for.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's been a bit of a slower pace game, that's for sure. But as we continue on with this, the Ultralisk still just trying to get away. The coolness of Neural Parasite might...
Oh, nice hallucinations.
Oh, yeah, pretty sick.
Mule's going to do a lot here, though. Unless the Phoenixes get there fast, they'll do a lot.
Yeah, the Archons didn't do too bad against that. Infested Tyrants for the win. Try and break down a lot of this. But then there are the Phoenix.
Yeah. And FireCake drops below 100 supply for the first time, and BabyKnight's still got all that money that he's saved up for the last 10 minutes while FireCake's been using that money, which they both did have similar amounts of, but now it's BabyKnight who uses his turbo boost.
There you go. GG.
He's going to take up map number 1.
All right, well, game number 1 goes to BabyKnight here. Please, FireCake, take a map. Take a map for your premier status.
Yeah.
Take a map.
0-11 now, and it keeps on racking up. He really needs just a map win, just to get one on the board. Otherwise, he would be bombing out 0-12, which isn't the best, unfortunately. But definitely think he can. That's a very difficult map to face off against.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one's Frost, which, again, isn't really the best Swarm host map, but depends on where they spawn. If it's cross-position, then it is harder. But if they're close positions, then sure, you can use it. Use his Swarm host style, which we are still today yet to see.
Yeah, a little bit reluctant to go for it. But on this map, we already saw him open up with the kind of earlier speedling kind of play. And then BabyKnight in that previous map opened up with the kind of really, really economically aggressive opening move. So I don't think BabyKnight does the same thing.
Yeah.
Considering how this series got on initially and then how the previous series went for FireCake as well, which BabyKnight must be watching. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to be getting into it in just a little bit here. What are you expecting?
FireCake might play the same style again, but I think it really depends on the spawning locations. If they are cross, I think he might play the same style and play a very similar game to how he did versus Stardust.
He never really sees the initiative in that first game, though. Here on
you have to be a little bit more aggressive and be trading armies off with a heightened economy through being able to expand multiple times, because you need to take in benefit of the larger map yourself, not just allow the Protoss player to take the benefits of it. Whatever army you build as Zerg, I mean, just think about the way that he's played Zerg in that game didn't make sense to how Zerg is meant to be played, if that makes sense. because Zerg is meant to be played with a heightened economy, to be trading off all times, to be rebuilding different armies all the time. There, he kind of built one army, didn't trade build it, and added to it and added to it, and then collided with a Protoss army who was always molding his composition around what that was without trading anything. So that way to play doesn't work for Zerg. It simply doesn't work. So he needs to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more assertive, and start trading off and making switches possible.
All right, well, we are loaded up and good to go into game number 2. Frost is our map as we have spawned down to the bottom right-hand corner looking for that map win at least. It's FireCake representing Punchline ESC. And up to the top right-hand corner, currently 1 game up, it's BabyKnight.
Not the best positions either for Swarm hosts for him. He can use them here for sure. You can suffocate your opponent on 4 bases, kind of, and really, not allow him to take the top left.
Yeah, we've seen Snoot do that.
Snoot's done that, yeah. Snoot has done that. But he would have preferred the bottom left position for the Protoss to be, to really go across the middle and just siege into that middle base that the Protoss would take. But in these positions, BabyKnight has multiple opportunities to eliminate FireCake in last place in today's group. But FireCake has to fight back now. Has to fight back. And to be honest, I think he has the potential to do that. I think he has the potential to win this series.
Yeah, I think so as well. As we will see what FireCake wants to do here. Now, no signs of a earlier gas just yet.
Yeah, not like he did last time. It hurt him a lot in that previous game. It was a bad decision. If we look at the outcome, it could have been a brilliant decision if it had worked, but it was a bad thing that time.
That's what those kind of builds really do to you, right? It's like, well, if it works out, then you're a complete genius. But if it doesn't, then you look kind of silly. As we have the spawning pool now being added on. And we have actually gas going down for BabyKnight off the back of this gateway.
Gateway expands. So Gateway expands, the most important part for a Zerg player against Gateway expands. Does he take a second gas and when? Because if he doesn't, then it's most likely going to be Zealot pressure towards a third. If not, a Zealot attack into a killing blow. Because you lose a lot of production and money when you lose that third. So the importance of the second gas, depending on if BabyKnight takes it or not, is quite high here for FireCake to figure out. But he can be kept away from a lot of this, to be honest. I mean, we could even see a Stalker rushed out to prevent Scout. Even though it's not usually the case, but definitely could be used here. Yeah,
I mean, he hasn't really noticed any Overlords entering his base yet, so he can, start to build a little bit of a picture about where his opponent may be. He's already sending out a probe now up to the top left-hand corner. If he keeps going around in those directions, then he'll scout out his opponent last, which is a bit of a shame for him.
Yeah. BabyKnight definitely just going to expand off 1 gas here, and then look to take the next part of his plan. While we do have 3 bases or third base coming in for FireCake. BabyKnight will find this by process of elimination here, with spotting the bottom left without a Zerg. Or even knowing now that if he sees that Overlord, which he just caught the tail end of.
Yeah,
and that probe is quite important in this game.
He's actually not redirecting it.
If he redirects it directly south to in between the bottom bases, if he caught the Overlord or not, remember, we might not have seen that.
Yeah. I guess he hasn't. Because there's no real reason why he would go all the way down here.
Maybe he hasn't. But still no second gas from BabyKnight, which means the mineral is climbing, which means he can throw down more gateways soon. Maybe a couple of gateways to wall off here.
Yeah, be nice. So this probe is, unfortunately, only going to get the scout off very, very late. Will he?
Forge.
Yeah, he's going to go right down the bottom direction to see the third. That's important.
So with the Forge coming in, so far it is the same build as he used on Altazim. But remember, there is that turn where it can be used aggressively here. Could be a big +1 attack.
Good job, Sejong. Probe now spots out this third base, so he knows exactly, well, to a lesser degree, what he's going up against. There's the 2 gateways at the front, and
Chronowish in the Cybercore.
Yeah.
I think he's just rushing that out so he can warp in to... So far, it looks like he's going to take his third.
Well, there's a pylon down here as well, Sean. Just been thrown out of the range of that Overlord, but once a warp in would come in, he would see it quite quickly.
Is he going to attack from this? He's got a Mothership Core and Zealot down there.
FireCake's really good about his scouting.
I mean, the reason why he's probably going to attack from this is because why would you force your opponent to build a lot of units to then expand to have those units expose your third base anyway?
Yeah.
It's been spotted here. The Roach Warren's coming in. +1 attack is on its way. There's only 3 gateways, though. It's not a lot.
I think he has to kind of go for an alternate plan, because this has just been, again,
He's
FireCake
taking guesses now. A gas just got thrown down.
FireCake's really good at scouting.
Yeah, he's good at scouting. He spotted this. He knows it's coming. And we shouldn't see an overinvestment here from BabyKnight in this. Otherwise, he will lose a lot.
Yeah, that's too many Zerglings already. 24. He's already got a lot on the field with 12 extra and the Roach Warren coming out. That being said, what is he in terms of drones? 35 against 34. So
the gas wasn't taken by BabyKnight yet inside his main. He just
yeah,
built it. He hasn't done anything. He's now adding on Twilight Council. Okay. But these units are going to have +1 soon. It's Roaches which are the key part of this defense, not the Zealots.
And the Zerglings, yeah, they bought all this time for those Roaches to be there and available. So they're going to pop, get down there, and then be quite formidable. I don't see what's really going to happen. Like a Time Warp?
Yeah, Time Warp can slow them down to get the Zealots to get close.
Yeah.
But Roaches here are going to put a slow end to this.
Has to run away now completely. He might turn around on the ramp for the Time Warp, but not even that.
Bye.
All right, then. See you later, guys.
So now the drones will start to climb up again. And it's 48 drones to 36. So I think FireCake's, dealt with that well. He's in, I think, okay position. But +2 attack is already on the way. Blink is already on the way. And you think back to how Stardust beat FireCake earlier, these units are scary, man.
Yeah, and there's not even a committal to any third just yet. It's going to be spotted even if he does. So BabyKnight, for now, could just hit this +2 Blink attack just straight and see how much it's going to do.
No creep spread from FireCake, only on 3 queens. Kind of important. Kind of important to take the right engagements all the time. Lair coming down, lots of gases being taken. He may be trying to shoot up towards Hydralisk here, or at least Roach Speed. Roach Speed for a certain.
That was a good save there by FireCake with that Spore Crawler.
Yeah.
And yep, just a few more sentries being added on.
More gateways coming in. Still no third taken, which FireCake does know about. What is he going to use for his defense? Roach Speed and Roaches? Is he going to play Roachling again against this like he did against Stardust? Or is he going to try and get some higher damage output units like the Hydralisks? And with Roaches being built like this, it's going to be Roach Speed and a Roachling defense.
Many a good memory of watching BabyKnight actually go for +2 Blink all-ins against Zerg. So if he does do this, then... and
he's got a really good pro count too, so it's not like it's fully committed to a 2 base. He can throw a third down and move away from this, but it's got a lot of power punch. Oh yeah, definitely. Something that FireCake is clearly quite used to seeing. Just creep spread's a big thing here. I can't believe there's no creep. There's 11 Roaches now in production. Those Zerglings poked forward just the right time to spot this movement out, and there's the pylons now littering down. Unfortunately, just slightly out of range of that Overlord, but he's going to have a lot of units out. Yep. And with that Roach Speed done, he does not want to get these Roaches caught in the open before he's got a full army. Yep. And the supply count's pretty good. It is pretty good, to be honest, for FireCake. 166. Roach Speed finishing means that he can really rush into the face of these units, but they do have +2. They will be able to deal out a lot of damage. And if he takes an engagement in this open area, he's going to have a really nice concave to set up. And he is going to fight now, I think. BabyKnight's not quite ready. This is a good angle for him. This is a really good angle. Yeah, he's up nice and close and personal. No blink back really allowed here. That's 4 force fields already thrown down, but it's still not all sealed off. He tries to seal off what he can at the very back. And I say it's a few of these Roaches, but now he's completely down in terms of the force fields. Yeah, this is dead. This can't surely work. Double time warps to try and alleviate the pressure, but that's so many Roaches right on top of the Stalkers. With those dying off, BabyKnight has no more answers. Are we going to see FireCake's first map win? I think so. It's coming. It's coming along. Those Roaches now keep chasing on, but well, BabyKnight is going to fall back and try. Yeah, BabyKnight's going to fall back and do what? Build more units. He's got no follow-up to this. He could take +3 and pull an MC and take a third and go +3 and then win later, but this game is almost over here, and FireCake, who is currently 0-11 in terms of map scores here in the Premier League, is about to scratch one in his favor. Yeah, finally. Good job, Roaches. Against this Stalker play, BabyKnight trying to retreat back now, getting more Stalkers. He's just looking for critical mass Stalkers, but against this many Roaches? Yeah, 4th base down, extra production, not going to work. The BabyKnight's in trouble. BabyKnight will be forced to play a 3rd game here soon. A lot of Roaches and a lot of Lings. They're actually going to wrap around. Oh, poor guy. Ah, get out of there.
All right, well, he tries to blink on top of them and get back to the safety of his natural, but that's a lot of lings and a lot of roaches that kill off those stalkers pretty fast.
All right. This is a difficult position for BabyKnight. He doesn't have an overcharge. He's used all his energy on the time warps. And
I agree. It is a difficult position. You're right. There you go. GG.
FireCake gets his first win.
Yes!
First
FireCake!
map win in Premier League. Congratulations to FireCake. But, of course, he's still got a long road ahead of him yet. He needs to win another game to actually win a series here within the Premier League. And then Stardust still waiting ahead.
All right. So, a lot of Protoss in his way. What can FireCake do? I'm wondering what the third map's actually going to be here. Will we see Swarm Host from FireCake at any point during this series?
It is King Sejong Station. So potentially yes, but I would not be surprised to see BabyKnight play an aggressive game here. This is a good map to do it. Creep spread is very difficult to get towards the third and away from the third to defend. Likewise, is also a focus point on the natural area where the back rocks are. So two really big points of striking attacks we could see from BabyKnight. FireCake's got to be on his ball here once again to figure out what's coming and to stop it.
Yep. So these guys are ready and good to go. I'll say good luck to them. As we're going to get into this third and final map. One of these players will advance on to play against Stardust for that second spot in the round of 16. However, one of them will already fall down to Challenger, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I've looking at these two Europeans here in the lower bracket, I feel like these players are here. They're in a room together alone. And I walked in there, opened the door, saw the two European players, snapped a pool cue across my knee, threw it in there, and said, fight to the death. Yeah. One of you gets to go up against Stardust.
Yep. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Fighting tooth and nail for this position. Fighting tooth and nail for this honor to play against Stardust, who is undisputedly the favorite out of these last three players, right?
Imagine taking that to a deeper level. I go in there, and they're expecting me to throw in a weapon, and I throw in like a coin. I'm like... There's the coin.
This is truly Battle Royale.
Fight to the death.
All right, let's get into it. Spawned in at the bottom right-hand corner. It's our Punchline ESC representative. It's FireCake. And up to the top left-hand corner, with his binoculars as his weapon, it's BabyKnight.
Whew. No Swarm Host all day.
Where are they, FireCake? Where are they? Out. Bring us your
He's saving him for potentially Stardust. He's saving the best for last.
Maybe.
He tweeted me earlier.
Yeah, he did.
FireCake with a picture of himself and everyone else in the group, and then saying, I hope you're ready for Swarm Hosts. Well, yes, I am. What are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm not sure.
So, this is interesting. Are we going to have a hatchery on the other side?
Oh, please do. Please. FireCake, be a legend.
There's no real need to send a drone here to scout. Some Korean Zergs do it, but not really on this map. They do it because they want to know if they can go 3 hatchery versus gateway expand, or if they need to spawn and pull down fast against this early forge. We could see a hatchery on the other side. This is Sejong Station. The Overlord is already halfway there to scout what was on the natural anyway. What is this for? Is it just a scout? Is that all?
Come on.
Have you got some trickery? Have you got something planned?
Well, actually, he's going to get in here and like see that there's just a pylon.
So he sees just a pylon, and he sees it's Nexus first.
Yeah, he could block.
I would block.
Block.
He knows it's going to be Nexus first here.
Let's go, FireCake.
And now BabyKnight is going to track this. No, he's throwing down a gateway late. BabyKnight's like, I know you can block me. He's throwing down a hatchery first for himself. So he's going to block and go hatchery first here. With a late gateway, he could still go 3 hatch, or at least gas before pull.
Yeah.
I wanted to see hatchery on the other side of the map, though.
So did I.
Never mind.
It would have been fun. Oh, well. BabyKnight now is going to shoo this away with his probes and get that Nexus down pretty rapidly off the back of this. Like, he's 55, 65 minerals lost opportunity cost there in turn.
Where's the spawning pool? And where's the third hatcheries? He's kind of slow with that. Yeah, he's kind of slow.
Yep.
Like, 300 minerals are already in the bank because he was microing the drone. He was a little bit slow with that. What did he just build? The hatchery. Okay. So if you think about it, it was about 20...
kind of evened out.
20 minerals difference between getting up to 200. He could have put the spawning pool down and then this third hatch.
Yeah.
It was a little bit slow with his build. But whatever the case, he has slowed BabyKnight down a little bit here. But BabyKnight is up to 2 gases back at home, which is kind of big, because that is something FireCake would like to know.
And he will be able to get in here with the Overlord and spot that pretty quickly. So
And he sees nothing building from the gateway, so he doesn't need to be threatened. Seeing the double gas here usually suggests that we aren't going to see a gateway attack quite fast, but we could see Stargate oracles or set up for a robotics facility, something like along those lines.
Only 2 in each gas. He throws the third one into the left one and now over into the right as well. So, and he did spot all the hat trees, which is nice at least for BabyKnight.
Where does BabyKnight go with this, though? I'm not too sure. He might try to play a similar style again by getting that forge and a fast third, but the third version of it, not the attack version of it. To be honest, FireCake's overlords are not that well positioned.
Can we ban names with food in them? Because it always makes me hungry when I'm casting FireCake. Like, I'm actually really hungry.
Now you made me think about it.
Sorry, man.
This overlord up there is very important, and it is the only overlord that could get information in this game on what potentially BabyKnight has planned. Forge. Luckily for FireCake, BabyKnight puts it on the side of the overlord, so he is going to be able to go in and spot that rather easily. But of course, BabyKnight doesn't know if there's an overlord on the other side, like we do, so doesn't really know exactly where to place it to be best hidden. But so far, again, he sets himself up for the kind of attack with +1, like we saw, or fast third. On a map like this, I would not be surprised to see the fast third come out from BabyKnight. But then, again, 3 gateways, 4 gateways total. You don't really need all 4 up to go for an expansion.
Yeah, he's moving that probe over to the expansion, though. And, oh, almost loses his drone. Gets away. Good drone control. Good drone control there, actually. And this
FireCake's seen the probe.
Yeah.
And he's also going to see the Nexus be placed down because that overlord is in good location. And he spots the Nexus immediately. So this is like a highway to drone heaven.
Yep.
You spot the probe before the Nexus is built. You build drones as the probe is there. And you see the Nexus being built. 3 gateways is a lot here, but it looks like BabyKnight just wanted to wall off more so than use this aggressively. But this is really good for FireCake here.
Yeah, he's using the kind of weird kind of... This isn't exactly how you normally do it, but the gas wall in. But anyway, he's going to actually push away this from the natural as sorry, the third base as well. But again, as you mentioned, just drones, drones, drones. You can have
10 links as well to put a bit of pressure on, but mostly drones.
There's going to be so many sentries.
I would imagine that the layer will start very soon here. He could attempt a Hydralisk timing. He could attempt to go up towards... he could throw the Roach Warren down soon and go for Roach speed. Yeah, I could do that. But these 10 lings, in case of a fake, in case of a movement out, to have a bit of control on the game, but the main focus of FireCake is drones.
Yeah.
Already at 58 and still going ahead.
Well...
What is he doing?
I don't know. There's 13 extra drones on the way as well.
Catch. 2 probes there. You know, good use of these 10 lings already.
Get a few more. Whoop.
3 drones. 4 probes. That's really good for those 10.
Very good.
70 to 47. He's up to a very high drone count. We see Twilight Council and +1 attack coming in. I would prefer to be FireCake if I was to resume the game from now.
Yeah, and oh wow, cool little robo facility placement as well. If you can look to transition on again. FireCake, if he did find some room to actually put on the pressure from here.
I think he may throw the Hydralisk down this time. Hydralisk Den down this time, maybe. Because he's got a lot of gas. You don't need as much gas to build a lot of roaches.
Another hat tray in the middle of all these bases as well. There's so many roaches in production now. If he just kept going with roaches, he'd have so much power behind this.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of... Infestation pits down fast. All right, guess what?
Uh-oh.
Guess what that's for?
Uh-oh. Wait, let me zoom in. Wait, no. Wait. All right, okay. Sickest observing ever.
His economy is so beautiful right now. He's got a great setup. He's got a macro hatch coming in, 4th base coming in. Lots of overlords, because why the hell not? BabyKnight can't attack anytime soon, and FireCake doesn't look like he's going to attack into him. He's just going to go to Swarm Host. He's going to set himself up on 4 bases. One thing, big thing, if it is Swarm Host, creep spread again.
Yeah, that's true.
Needs creep spread in between these bases.
I mean, he could...
Unless he's going to like a Roach Super Hast Hive. No, okay, it is Swarm Host.
Whoa, even before enduring Locust, he was just like, right, it's time. My time is nigh. Let's go. Swarm Host time. Sick. And he gets
he might play this very aggressively.
I think so.
Look at the way the Queen is with the Overlord in the middle. Already spreading creep out in the forward direction in an aggressive manner. He may play this super hyper aggressive towards BabyKnight.
Well, I mean, with the fact that he got the swarm hosts out before and during Locust, he's saying like, right, I need these units out right now. I want to, you know, get into that position. He had the roaches before that to try and push him forwards, I guess.
It would have been nice if he had creep spread already, though. Connecting to the 4th is always nice. BabyKnight is starting to figure out what's going on. He's seen the infestation pit and the swarm host already with Hallucinate Phoenix. He's coming down this left-hand side. Does have force fields. He can cut the right-hand side of that hatchery up and potentially kill the hatchery here.
Oh, if he went now.
Yeah, like 3 force fields there. 1, 2, and a 3rd. You probably need a 4th. But he can kill that hatchery and get out.
Yeah.
Big move by BabyKnight.
Good, strong posture.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Big, big win there for the Danish player.
And everything of FireCake's plan has really been revealed. I mean, he knows that swarm hosts are going to be a factor here. He's adding on a second robo, adding on Immortals.
Yeah, this is going to be a long one.
Yeah.
He's going to play this out long. So, the way that BabyKnight has got to do this, and to be honest, Protoss players have been getting better and better and better versus swarm hosts.
Very much so.
Mobility factor number 1, clearing creep number 2, building up the ultimate army number 3, expanding everywhere number 4. All these points are massive.
He might even go for Immortal drop if he... Oh, okay, he's going to walk down.
Probably not.
That would have been a bit crazy.
Yeah. But it would have been crazy. Could have gone to that 4th base, no doubt. Could have put the Immortals in that Warp Prism and picked that hatch off again. No, definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
But right now, he just needs to clear creep, keep the swarm host back, pressure that base again, clear more creep, expand again, and start to get ready to either a massive bulldozing Blink Stalker, Archon, Colossus Force and Storm maybe, or start to get ready to switch to the skies.
Yeah, and with that Warp Prism, it's all about the Zealots, it's all about the charge. Even Dark Templars warped in later on.
I was going to say, why is he fighting Locust? You don't want to fight them.
He's like, take that.
All right, so he's going to come down this right-hand side, and he's going to do the same move again.
It's going to disappear again. Oh, and he didn't cancel it. Perfect timing.
Yeah, force fields again, protect this. Nice move.
Dum, dum, dum.
Pick off the hatch and get out.
Bye-bye.
Nice move. Again.
Oh, well, maybe... Nope. Gets out.
He's building up a bulldozing force, I think, with 6 extra gateways, Colossus. He may throw the Templar Archives in to use Storm to get rid of the Locust and then go through in between Locust waves. Very powerful attack.
And I'm just gonna throw this out there. If FireCake actually doesn't win this series, it's kind of a catastrophe against BabyKnight, who, I mean, he's still looking good in the matchup, but he's retired.
He is a retired player.
He is.
I mean, I guess in all credit to FireCake, when a player announces retirement, his skill just doesn't evaporate.
No, of course. BabyKnight's
still a force. Yeah, definitely still a force. Here comes the Templar Archives, which is going to be for Storm and bulldozing because he's not switching to air. And Warp Prism down the bottom left, which I'm not sure has been spotted or not.
What did he just... What was that?
Yeah, Nexus.
What is he doing?
What's up?
He's going to recall.
What's up?
He wants to recall over there. Is he actually going to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, BabyKnight.
Works.
Well, here's the going out in a blaze of glory, I guess.
Yeah, this is it. That would have been so sick.
Oh, what a shame that what a shame that there's overlords over there.
Oh well. Warp Prism's gone as well. I can't see it.
Yeah, I think it died.
But FireCake is slowly but surely establishing himself on these bases. BabyKnight needs to, if he wants to, which it looks like he is, the Bulldoze Force, needs to start hammering through.
Yeah.
He hasn't got Storm yet, I don't think, but he's got 4 High Templar. He needs to start finding a way to break through. He hasn't really slowed that much creep. This base doesn't really want to be established.
I mean, let's not get too tricky here, BabyKnight. There's still Swarm Hosts to kill. He's adding on 2 more Robos. He's going to have 4 Colossi on the way at any given time. Yeah. Jeez.
He's going to come try and do another maneuver down here.
The thing is, though, the way FireCake's setting himself up, this is going long.
Yeah, he's gonna sit tight across all these bases. He's going to build an unstoppable force of Broodlords, Swarm Hosts, Infestors, and Vipers.
There's not many in the business as good as FireCake at it.
Yeah, him and Stefano pretty much the leaders of the Swarm Hosts. Of Swarm Hosts, more importantly.
Yeah.
Base gets picked off again. BabyKnight, I'm not sure if he realizes that middle base has been taken, but still, the most important part is FireCake has not mined from a 4th base properly yet, which is good for BabyKnight. BabyKnight should be looking at a 5th base, to be honest, by now as well. Maybe in the middle or something. Colossus got stuck, so it is just 3 robos, not 4, unless there's another one.
They can't walk up the double ledge on this main base, apparently, which is obvious. But
main base pretty exposed, by the way, for FireCake. Warp Prism in there, 2 spines, yeah. Right. Yeah. But BabyKnight has given up on the Warp Prism for now. He's just on this bulldozing force, which is without Storm, but now on its way, which is nice to see.
Second Spire. Did you mention that just before?
No, but he's going to want to... Yeah, of course. Double upgrade this up. Broodlords. To be honest, one thing that he may want to focus on is maybe start getting melee upgrades as well. Yeah. He's finished with +3 attack for range. But one might be good for melee for Broodlords.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. Oh, he has High Templars stuck as well there. Basically, guys, sit tight because FireCake is making a lot of drones, and that means a lot of static defense.
He's not moving anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's not budging.
I mean, he just doesn't have the money to budge, right?
No, he's not budging.
At all.
Not for a long time here. It's up to BabyKnight if we're going to see this game end fast, which, like I said, could be quite difficult here.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of Colossi, but even that many Colossi isn't going to chew through the defenses here of FireCake that quickly.
We're going to see some abducts now on those Colossus, too.
Yep. Bring those numbers down and force the replenishment. There's 2 getting abducted. Right into the Spore Crawlers, right into the Locusts, right into the Spines. Bye-bye.
So it begins.
All right, Sean. Sit tight, my friend. Sit tight. Oh, Pylons on the right-hand side.
That's good, but he's not going to do anything with them. It's nice to have, but not going to do anything. The Spine Crawler defense on the Natural's pretty strong.
Base vulnerability on this left-hand side has always constantly been exploited.
Yeah, but it's not so much about the 5th base for the time being. It's all about 4.
Yeah.
And he's on 4, which is really good. The Mothership Core's gone. He's, you know, BabyKnight is powering through here, but there's a lot of units at the back. Broodlord's coming in as well.
Yeah.
He's making dents, but it is dense.
At least he has a lot of money to like replenish the Colossi as well. So that, and with 3 Robo Facilities at any time, he can just power those out really fast.
No static D here.
Yeah, this is an angle that's pretty good. He also blinks into the 4th base to try and bring down Spine Crawlers. I think he has enough to actually just keep trying to trade because he's bringing down Broodlords, he's bringing down static defense.
Does he have an observer? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Can't see the Swarmosts.
Spore Crawlers always kill them off in these situations.
Yeah.
As well as Corruptors and Overseers, but...
And, I mean, BabyKnight's... I mean, he could trade, right? He's got money, which he is doing, and he's also breaking the static defense in the middle, which means the next wave will be in the middle, which without static D is going to be hard.
There's actually not that many Swarm Hosts. There's only 13.
There was 16. 3 have been killed.
Yeah. That's not the... you know, big number that normally you would really see.
But BabyKnight's going to break another base in the middle. And it does get out, so he has done quite a big damage now. So it was starting off as dent, but now he's going to have to start to take his car to the garage to get that dent repaired because it's pretty big now. As FireCake's income has been stopped. Look at the money in the bank, which should be never the case when playing Swarm Hosts.
Complete reverse, in fact. Resources lost is very close to one another. So FireCake Swarm Host numbers just weren't the highest that they needed to be. And this Overlord sees the extent of the production behind this. So he's got to be scared as FireCake. He's got to be scared.
Yeah, I mean, you meant to play this style as cost efficiently as possible, but look at the units lost style. That's not quite the story of this game.
Not at all.
BabyKnight's been doing rather well for himself.
The Hearthstone Cannons. Yeah.
Get some detection for that creep.
And kills off a few free roaches. Nice. All right,
that right-hand side flank's now weaker as he moved all the spines from there on the natural.
Had to
move up to the front again. So Zealot run bys DTs, whatever he wants, are very strong on that right-hand side now if he were to identify that.
And I'm not so sure that with an extra, like, because he has 6 Colossi out now, there's so much punch behind this army.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
Locusts aren't really doing a whole lot against this.
Nope, but it's down to the Broodlords in the sky. I mean, if he builds up the ultimate army, which is Broodlord Infestor of the olden days, but now with Swarmos behind it, you know, you can't blink into Swarmos, per se, to get to the Broodlords, so how are you meant to stop the Broodlords? What would be nice is a massive air switch soon.
Yeah.
Like a big 5-6 Stargate switch up.
He might just go for the blink, though. Well,
I don't think it's wise.
The blink being backwards in this case.
Good storm on the Broodlords.
Yeah.
I think a big switch up to air soon is nice, because it is almost impossible against a really good Swarmos player to beat this with ground. You need to take to the skies usually. Definitely something to think about if we see BabyKnight throw the Stargates down. It's probably what he'd be thinking. But like you said, it's bulldozing. A lot of Colossus there.
Not that many spine crawlers here, so he can get on top of it. If he got on that high ground, then that hatch is gone, and then he'd have a whole lot of hard time. Because right now, I mean, the income that we're seeing from FireCake, it's hardly existing. Whilst we have BabyKnight constantly getting himself extra bases, the creep spread's not there to push out over to that side as well, so it's difficult for FireCake.
There's a Stargate. One. Not the biggest of switches in the world, but definitely could be making more. He might just wait for the fleet beacon and then throw more down. I guess there's no real reason to wait. I'm not sure why there's just one. Definitely still, I think that BabyKnight isn't really exploring the different avenues of attacks with Zealots or something, or waves. He's just really focused on one big core army, which is doing a lot of damage in straight-up fights. But the longer the game goes on, the better FireCake becomes in straight-up fights because he has a bigger and better army himself.
Splitting off a bit of this army to deal with those.
I guess he's using the Stalkers as you would Zealots, which do grab another base.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, he's catching a lot of these units, and the Broodler's in good position there on that high ground. Very good, actually. He can send another wave down there.
He's got a few storms.
Nice
Tries to throw one down.
Yeah, Broodling's doing a lot.
Doing all right. Oh, bye-bye High Templar.
If only he'd researched the melee upgrades.
Yeah,
like I told him.
That would have died. Hey, one Stalker going complete vigilante over here. Blinks out. Not Superman, mate. All right. And we have the fleet beacon actually with the +2 the extra targets on the way. So
big switch up, Tempest style. Start getting rid of these units, sieging onto this new base. BabyKnight's got that left-hand side base still to take, so he's got a lot of momentum still in him on that left-hand side. But, I mean, FireCake's still a very scary army. Very scary. And he is starting to get a little bit confident with his army because he's moving around outside of Spinecrawler and Static D.
Yeah.
Which is worrisome for BabyKnight, who is still a little bit away from getting over towards those Tempests. But he's found a weakness here on this right-hand side.
For a second, gets those spines, gets right out of there because Stalkers get pulled forwards.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least the rest of the group was quick.
And now it's slowed down.
So this series, it can keep going, man. I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
FireCake saving the special tactics until towards the end where he's close to elimination. Then he brings out the Swarm Hosts.
It's like, I'm in trouble! Quick!
But Tempests are coming in. And I think that, you know, an ultimate Protoss army beats what Zerg has. So I still think that there is a timer on FireCake's head. He is strong right now, I think.
Yeah.
If he takes he starts pulling out some of these Colossus, if you look at BabyKnight's army, without the Colossus, if he starts getting them dragged out, it's only Stalker Templar. That's it. It's not that hard to beat. So definitely think that FireCake has options to start to get a lead. 3
Tempests and an Oracle behind all of this, though.
He's got a blink for that. Nice Blinding Cloud. Great Blinding Cloud, but better Storms.
Very, very good. And Storm's trying to bring down some of these Broodlords in the end. Doesn't get too many of them. How many Queens does he have? 2.
More. He's actually adding on.
Yeah, needs the transfuse energy. And here we go now. The air is presented.
Get that Oracle in there. Get a bit of range.
Yeah.
Get those Tempest sieging up. Get rid of those static Ds and maybe a couple of Broodlords if they push themselves forward.
Investors are added on for FireCake, so we're going True Wings of Liberty.
Yes.
With the Viper edition, as well as some lovely Swarm Host man down the bottom.
He's going to get this base down the bottom.
That's really annoying.
Yeah, he can see it, he can kill it.
How are you actually supposed to deal with that?
And if he moves his Broodlords down, Stalkers are ready to pounce. There's Storms, there's Tempests.
Yeah.
Hard position for FireCake. He's forced out to come defend, but defend what now? The hatchery's gone. Has to back off again. He's got good money, though, backed up now, and he does have a good army. Still missing those upgrades. Still should have had double evolution chambers, in my opinion. Just to further his upgrades for the Broodlings and Broodlords and Swarm Hosts and you name it, everything else.
How are we doing in terms of... BabyKnight has 10,000 minerals in the bank, but... the resources lost, slightly better than it was last time we checked for FireCake.
BabyKnight might swing around the right-hand side to maybe get towards the new base on there, or he may go through the middle. Remember, he can start to trade off some of these units now, probably Stalkers more than anything.
7 Tempests. Where are the other ones? They're just sitting around at the back. They should bring those forwards to complement.
Yeah, don't think he's realized.
But they would help out a lot. Help out a lot. 7 is... Oh. Bye-bye, Oracle.
Oh, nice pickups. Oh, big pickups.
Oh.
Some really big pickups there if you can kill any.
And if he does get them, now he's probably like, oh, where are my other Tempests?
Ooh,
Oh, there.
nice blink.
Okay.
Nice fungal.
Cool, good fungals. Okay, so locks down a few of these Stalkers, denying any pursuit, but also locks them in place to, if he wants to do some damage, actually blinks forwards here under a lot of this.
There's a lot of Broodlings and...
A lot of green, Blinding Clouds and Fungals, kind of kills off some of these Broodlords. We have only 3 Broodlords left, so the Stalkers kind of did their job, because you can just replenish behind that.
Yeah, Stalkers is very, cost effective right now.
Jeez.
And he did kill off a lot of the Broodlords. 13 more Corruptors have been built to kind of replenish them. And he is now using that, pocket ace in the bottom left-hand side, which, or not bottom left, but middle left-hand side, which is that new base of his. And he is going to come onto this right-hand side while FireCake gets ready to build up the Broodlords again. So far, BabyKnight's doing rather well for a retired player.
I have to agree. That base on the left-hand side is going to be working out well for him as well. There's not really too much room that he can use to pressure that, maybe position a few Swarm Hosts down there and try and send some Locusts, but he can't afford to have anything else doing anything other than defending right now, because BabyKnight keeps finding holes in this defense.
And this is how to play late-game Protoss versus Zerg. A different attempt, really, rather than trying to build the biggest air army you can as soon as possible. It's a bit more active.
Keep dancing.
Dancing around a little bit more, adding Tempests in. Continue to upgrade, of course, the air.
Yeah, keep doing the Baby K shuffle.
Yep.
Oop.
It's working out. There was the example of a Baby K shuffle.
Yep. All right, poking forwards again. Not really doing a whole lot with this.
How comfortable FireCake is right now. I'd love to pause the game and be like, yo, how are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah.
If he says, yeah, I'm great.
Because, I mean, he's very used to these situations.
Yeah.
And he probably
He's got roaches on this left-hand side. It's a very nice move there, by the way.
Yeah, that is. Just before those cannons actually get set up. Oh, few pulls.
Tempests right into the static D. And it's a battle of patience now. BabyKnight doesn't want to just throw units away into this. He's got to keep wearing his opponent down, and more again.
More, yeah, really good grabs there, all in tandem with one another. Gets those units right up there. Oh, blink forwards here. Good Blinding Clouds again.
So many Locusts.
The Blinding Clouds are great. FireCake has so much experience with this playstyle.
Yeah, sucking up energy again to do it again. And the Roach on that left-hand side still doing damage to the probe line. BabyKnight's gas is starting to sink. I know it's still 3,500, but it is sinking. It was at 5, 6. Oh, he's killed his own hatchery. That was stupid.
Did he? Oh, damn.
That was silly. Very silly, actually. Oops.
Oh, well. I guess he was a bit occupied over here, maybe trying to keep that Roach alive or something. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, as BabyKnight now is looking for extra holes, which one of them is over here at this base that's been exploited constantly throughout this game.
BabyKnight's also starting to run out of income too. Is only, I mean, if you think about it, a good Swarmos player, his ideal situation is to allow the Protoss player to mine himself out.
Yeah, just wear you out completely.
So that's where the cost efficiency comes in.
Oh, yeah.
BabyKnight has 2 bases left. Doesn't have that much money
Get
left.
those Stalkers! Blink away! All right. Get it! All right, I don't have any blink anymore. Oh, you do. All right, this is
anymore.
Best commentary ever for these small engagements, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about, BabyKnight does have a timer on his head, because as much as he stopped these bases,
this resources lost is getting out of control for BabyKnight.
It is, right, because, I mean, as much as he stopped bases from FireCake, he's, in a certain essence, preserving them. FireCake still has that base on the left, and he still has an unused base on this right-hand side. So the longer the game goes on, the more trades we see from BabyKnight, the more he is actually running out of money as well. So it's all good and dandy to expand fast and throw units around, but then you've got to start to worry about the balance of how much money you have left yourself, because it's not unlimited.
And it's about the gas to mineral ratio as well here, because BabyKnight, he's got a lot for zealots and stuff like that, but what's that really going to do? You need the right balance.
Yeah, and FireCake is starting to starve BabyKnight out a little bit here.
Like, he can actually, like, there's no reason that FireCake can't actually win this with the way he's set up, and he's
he can still win. I mean, it's nowhere near over for either player at the moment.
Get it.
Yeah, I mean, he preserves the base in a way over that side, but BabyKnight's going to poke forward again. More Tempest this time.
So funny that the drones all transferred away when they could have probably fought that fight. But anyway, another Blinding Cloud. Stalker 2 dies. Resources lost. Still, this wasn't 10,000's difference. So this wasn't this ratio's difference like 20 minutes ago. This was like 2,000 difference. So the numbers eventually don't add up for BabyKnight, I don't feel.
Good fungals. Good fungals locking those units in place.
It's such a strong army, though, despite all of that.
But, I mean, he kills a 300 mineral structure while losing a couple of Stalkers there, and he's got to be careful. Has to be careful.
I can't believe that base just died to a Zealot and a couple of probes, but there you go.
He'll take it again later, and
yeah,
FireCake showing what he works on the ladder.
There's the pull.
Yeah, there's a free Colossus for nothing.
Gets out of the storm quickly as well. And this is just what FireCake does. This is FireCake, guys. This is what made him, again, infamous in the scene. We can all recall back to the way in which he played Mana in Challenger. And that took a while.
8 Colossus and 1 million Stalkers. How is BabyKnight going to do this? He has to find a weakness.
Here come the pulls. Gets one Colossus. Actually storms right on top of it as well. A little bit of nibbling damage onto those Corruptors, but really not enough to do significant amounts. And grabs another Colossus, and that gets thrown down to the ground.
And again, BabyKnight's on about 1.5 bases now, Kolaris left. The middle base is almost mined out, which would leave him only on that left-hand side.
This could actually happen. Like,
he may start to run out of resources and run out of any way to win this game. He does have the potential to mine from that right-hand side, but FireCake should not be alive at all. That's his hidden secret weapon.
I think this is what it's set up for. Look at him. He's pushing it away. He's like, this is mine now. But I think something you also got to remember on a map like King Sejong Station is the fact that there aren't as many bases as something like a Frost, an Altazim Stronghold. You've only got access to like 6 bases on your side, and then from there, that's it, my friend.
All right, well, BabyKnight is trading off some Stalkers. It is only Tempest. Oh, and a big pull. 1, 2, Tempest going to go down.
Keeps on with the pulls.
Oh, it must be getting frustrating now for BabyKnight to lose these units over and over.
Yeah.
And another big warp in of Stalkers. Where is he going to go? What is he going to do? How is he going to fight this?
This could get to the point where BabyKnight may be kicking himself for not finishing it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, he played a bulldozing style, not to build the air superiority early and as fast as possible, which, you know, is the better way to go, I think. But he tried to finish it off earlier.
I mean, technically, with the gas still mining on the left-hand side, he could buy time to get more Tempests in. But it's still going long, still further than this. Much further.
It's like you need a good mix of Tempest, High Tempo, Void Rays, everything.
Yeah.
To be able to combat the Corruptors. Because the Corruptors are, you know, 3-3. They're ready to rock and roll. They can fight this really easily.
The Stalkers just aren't doing the job, and he added on 10 more once again. He's got 46, yes, but they're not doing what they need to. They don't have armor upgrades. It's only shields.
It's now 15,000 resource difference, getting closer to 20,000.
Yeah, it's becoming a big deal now. These 2 Tempests are going to end up falling very soon. Tries to land some storms here.
Great blinding clouds.
Yeah, again. He tries to blink up forwards.
That's a very aggressive blink there.
Oh, I don't think that's working out for him at all. There's so much Zerg here.
Look at the supplies.
Oh, jeez.
Crunch.
That was catastrophic.
Crunch. And the patience may be wearing thin of BabyKnight.
Yeah.
That was a crunch moment right there.
It's
all gone.
It's all Stalkers. It's all Stalkers. They're not doing enough.
And Stalkers alone can't really beat this.
Not at all. He blinks forward to catch some of the Broodlords. There's only 1 left.
Well, he catches 3 of the Broodlords, which is nice there, but 5 more are being morphed in. FireCake is taking hits, but BabyKnight's cracked this open. He's still at 202,000 gas, sorry.
You've got to be super mobile now with these Stalkers, though. They've got to keep doing the work.
Nice fungal. Really, really good fungal. Not going to be second good fungal. Oh my gosh. All of these Stalkers.
That was the complete counter opposite of how I said he needs to be mobile, because those fungals locked him down perfectly.
All right, does have that base on the right-hand side, but 9 more Corruptors means more Broodlords.
14 Zealots
going to go into the main here.
I don't think that's not the tool he needs.
Well, he's got a lot of minerals. He can afford to throw these in the main right now to distract his opponent, to do some damage to the infrastructure.
And by time, where are the Tempests?
Kill the Hive.
Where's the air power? Where's the Protoss air power?
He's switched.
It's Stalkers and Zealots and
Colossus.
All right, then.
Well, actually, BabyKnight's starting to lose this now.
Yeah.
Starting to lose touch of this game. He could blink in the middle here, pick off that hatch and get out. It's a nice move.
Could.
That's a nice one. That's nice.
It's all right. Get a few of these Spore Crawlers as well. But he's got to anticipate that his opponent still has a little bit of money left over with how cost-efficient he's been during this last 30 minutes.
Not a lot, though. Only 600 gas. And he's not really mining from any bases right now, which is pretty big. So BabyKnight, all hope not lost yet.
But the Locusts have found this base. They're going to kill that, and he'll try and re-establish that, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely look to take that soon. BabyKnight, again, jumping around, using the mobility. A lot of the static defense is gone. And if you think about it, there are 21 Corruptors. Not that useful here.
Yeah,
would like more
those.
Broodlords, but he can't really afford them. And
He needs more than one Observer, that's for sure.
yeah.
How many Swarm
I'm not sure
hosts?
why he's building another layer. Is he worried about losing his hive?
Where are the...
Waste some money.
Interesting thing is that he actually doesn't have...
But BabyKnight's mining. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
He's
over
mining
here.
on this left-hand side with that final base. Yes, the sand is running out the hourglass, but it's not out yet. He's stopped FireCake from mining. He's building a big Colossus Stalker army. FireCake is down in supply.
He might not have the firepower to kill all of these Stalkers off in time.
That's right.
He actually might not have it. It's
3 more Broodlords. It's 5 Broodlords, and he needs observers with this, of course. And he has 1 observer with it.
got 3 more.
But he doesn't have that many drones or anything really left over.
Everything...
BabyKnight do this.
Everything for FireCake needs to synergize. The fungal growths, the blinding clouds, the damage done by the locusts, all at the same time.
Yeah, it needs to be more cost-effective than he's been so far in this game, I
There's
think.
a good fungal first. Blinding clouds on everything. There's actually nothing there that's firing and doing damage. These Broodlords are dying off so slowly.
There's 6, 7 Broodlords left now, down to 6, 5, 4, 3, dying pretty fast, Kalaris.
Yeah, he got out of those blinding clouds at the end there. The locusts are going to be the savers here, though, as he pushes him back once again. But FireCake now is down in supply.
Yeah, nice trade there by BabyKnight. And he can pull back, rebuild again. He's starting to beat the Swarmhost now. He is turning this around with Stalker, Colossus, and a lot of mobility.
That was a lot of blinding clouds, but in the end, BabyKnight danced out of them. Good stuff. And he is up in terms of supply. This is craziness.
Yeah, FireCake is... he needs that base on that left-hand side. He's been prevented from mining. He's run out of money. And with losing these Broodlords, all he has is 14 Swarmhosts left. That's
Zero
it.
gas.
14 Swarmhosts and 18 Corruptors.
BabyKnight now. 54 Stalkers. That is a lot of... Wait, okay, so he still has 2 observers with him.
10 more spines. It looks like we are going to see FireCake sit pretty here. And what he'll do is, for now, sit on this side, but he'll move those spines left soon. Then start to sit them up and camp that left-hand side base.
He absolutely...
like sit on it.
Yeah, he can't just sacrifice hatcheries now. He has to start cancelling them as they're building. So if BabyKnight actually sat around and let that finish and then came in to kill it...
But how does FireCake stop this right-hand side now? If he moves his Swarmhost to go over there to stop it, BabyKnight comes in this left-hand side again.
Yeah.
He's running out of options, FireCake. He's down 124 supply. BabyKnight at 200 and is technically banking again on that left-hand side base with a new one about to arise.
Ooh, he knows it's now moving forward.
Slowly but surely, FireCake's starting to die.
Didn't he get Burrow? Or was that in a different game? That's weird that... Anyway, doesn't matter. The Spine Crawler's going to try and buy a little bit of time here. Once again, Blinding Clouds, but he actually tries to blink forwards aggressively in pursuit of them.
He can't see the Swarmhost yet.
Yeah, and into all of those Spine Crawlers, he's taking a lot of damage needlessly.
That was a little bit wasteful. And now, supply is a bit more even. And think about it, FireCake didn't drop really any supply there.
Yeah.
And BabyKnight lost 50. Got to be careful there, but it is difficult. That's what FireCake wants, these types of fights. So what will happen now is, as mentioned, BabyKnight will probably back off from this position. He doesn't want to trade against the Locusts. That's when the Spines may start to move to this area, and he may or should be looking to take that base.
The thing is that even if BabyKnight now gets a single Spine, he got 2 there, it's a really nice trade. Just back up. Just keep wearing down your opponent. He actually blinks forwards, though.
Can't see the Swarmhost yet.
Yeah.
Corruptors are going to town on the Colossus.
He needs to bring down those Corruptors. He needs to bring down anything. Anything here with the Stalkers. He gets quite a lot of these Corruptors, actually, but all the Colossi are gone, and that's his wave clear.
Yeah, Stalkers are pretty bad against that. Stalkers are pretty bad against Locusts. And now we have Infested Terrans trying to stop this base. It's not being mined from, and he has killed probes on it. 16 probes only, and BabyKnight's back on this left-hand side with that base. Supplies more even than ever before.
I was going to say, like, you'd think...
It's only Stalkers, and he has to jump in. He has to jump into Spines and Locusts. With no splash damage available to BabyKnight, who has no money left...
This is tough.
He's going to lose that base on the right-hand side because Swarmhost now have found time to go over there.
Yeah.
Because BabyKnight's lost his main force.
Exactly.
This new base is being re-established with FireCake in the bottom. He can cancel and rebuild again, which he knows he's probably going to have to.
You'd think in BabyKnight's shoes, transitioning on to Dota 2, he'd know that the importance of wave clear. But there you go, BabyKnight now. Yeah. This is really difficult. Losing those Colossi.
Yeah. And, oh, he's found the infestors, though.
That's nice.
That's a nice move.
And even if they burrow, he still has the observers there with them.
That's a really nice move. And that will keep BabyKnight to have that Nexus for now.
Could get a Viper. Could get... Doesn't want to stick around.
Loses the observer. Every bit counts.
Oh, and he has no more observers now. That's actually quite heavy.
Left hand side, Swarm host out of position. Do go back to the spines.
Gotta run away.
Uh-oh.
Can't stay there. Can't stay there.
No observer.
No, exactly. There's no observers. He had them all.
He can't even stop
there.
the Swarm host. FireCake's a little bit worried, but at least he can get the spines, but he can't get the two Swarm hosts.
This is not an amazing trade. It's okay. He's getting spines. He has to blink out. He has to blink out.
Get out.
Run away. Run away. Okay.
Uh-oh. He escapes.
Whew. Oh, it would have been so sick if those...
34 Stalkers to 10, 14 Swarm hosts. Oh, one.
That was weird.
What was that? Was Sentry?
I don't know.
Probably just Stalker. Let's see.
More Stalkers on the right-hand side here. BabyKnight trying to just slowly break down his opponent.
Which he is.
Jeez.
He is. There's only 2 spines now protecting all those Swarm hosts.
But he's got to be so conservative with these...
Layer.
And
Roach4, a couple of other things going to go down.
All right. Infestation pits there. Oh, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have the money to make anything anyway. Jeez.
Yeah, he's got no money to make anything. He just needs to... Well, there's 2 drones left. That's it. 2 drones, 16 probes.
I guess he has to save those for that hatchery on the left-hand side if he can establish it. He needs the gas.
Stalker's here without an observer, but he's going to target down these queens.
So transfuses, keeps those alive. Run away from the locust.
Every unit matters. But BabyKnight has this treasure, this gold on that right-hand side is that base. That base is everything in this game.
Run away. All right. It's going to combat the locust with Blink, which actually doesn't do too bad, especially with these Swarm hosts all split up.
One Stalker down straight away in that fight.
Still doesn't have the observers with this. They're now coming along, and they are fast, so that's nice. As in, they have the upgrade.
Uh-oh, he's going to jump on these Swarm hosts on the right side. Big move from BabyKnight. If he gets into these Swarm hosts, the queens and everything comes over straight away, and he only takes half damage on a Swarm host. But on the left-hand side, same could happen. BabyKnight's building up a big Stalker force on the left and right now, threatening both sides.
Yeah. And
this is very difficult for FireCake to defend and be aggressive.
He's going to lose his Nexus, though.
All right, that's a big win. BabyKnight has 4 300 minerals on that base, each mineral field. So a couple of thousand left minerals. Very little gas. Actually, no gas. He's got 50 gas in each.
Oh, geez.
That's it, which means 550 gas remaining. That's it. That's it.
And then he's going to have to long distance this for a while.
To build more Stalkers. He's lost the Observer again.
Okay, there's only one left.
Yeah, one with that left-hand side force, and this is going out long. BabyKnight is, well, facing the nightmares of every Protoss player ever.
And despite BabyKnight saying he didn't really like playing against this style, he's sure as hell holding on against it. Looking to continue on here in this group. There's a few pulls, and that is that for FireCake is probably how he wins this game. Every time you poke forward, even if it's just a small victory in a Stalker here, a Stalker there, it really matters.
Replenish them, yeah.
Yeah, when energy is replenishable.
Interesting. That sinks all of his gas.
Wow. Okay.
No more Stalkers. He could have built 10, 15 Stalkers, but he builds 3 High Templar.
It's going to be for the feedbacks, I guess.
Feedbacks, storms. Okay, he's going to storm. He'll storm the wave and jump in.
All right.
He'll probably storm the wave with 3 storms and jump in.
You got to keep your Observer alive, though. That's the problem. Against these Corruptors and Overseers in the air.
If they get picked off again.
The Corruptors have nothing else to shoot, so they're always going to focus down those Observers really, really fast.
Here we go. He's got storms. He needs to fire down these Locusts if he's going to go for it.
All right, tries for the feedbacks.
Queen. I guess it is energy for energy, so that's okay. But loses a...
No, don't block him.
Don't lose a temper.
The Locusts.
Very, very expensive units right now.
Yes, they are. Run away.
Okay, survives. Whew.
I'm keeping an eye on this Observer count, man. In fact, I'll just select them. Come here, Observers. Where are you?
I still don't... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Swarmos.
Oh,
Swarmos.
He sees them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Run away.
Wow.
Run away now. Run away now. Run away now. Oh, he's not going to stay in. No. Oh, okay, so...
3 Swarmos down was pretty big. Maybe even 4 there.
The Observer stays intact. That's important. Where's the last one he has aside from that one, though? It's back. It's reinforcing. It's with the High Templars.
And now they have energy. And now it's only 8 Swarm hosts. Remember, as much as BabyKnight doesn't have money, neither does...
I think the Observer with the high Templars is really good because if he by chance had like...
only one Viper or two Vipers. One Viper, that's it.
Observer dies. Observer dead.
There is another one, though. The high Templar! Oh, you can't see the Swarm Host right now.
Yeah, the Observer needs to come along with this. He can't be
this could be it, though. The Swarm Hosts are going to be exposed, and this is it.
But the Observer is going to die as it gets in. He has to keep that Observer.
He has to kill the Observer.
Babysit the Observer. Babysit the Observer's gone. Okay, wait. Okay.
Can't build an Observer.
He only had 3 Swarm Hosts left, though. GG.
Yeah.
He only had 3 Swarm Hosts left. That was his key to staying in. GG. BabyKnight wins it.
Well, at least FireCake got one map today. He's 112. At least he got one map, but it is BabyKnight who finally makes his way through after quite a long game there. To play Stardust. Unfortunate for FireCake, eliminated for the 3rd Premier League in a row. BabyKnight advances through and knocks him out. And if he dies to, Stardust now, I think every Protoss player in the world would be like, nice one, bro.
Nice one. Yeah.
Kill that Swarmos player.
All right, well, there you go. Our 4th series of the night is done. We've caught up to the usual time that we have all these broadcasts going on. Thanks for sticking around if you've been here for us for all of this. But now, after the break, we have our final series of the night. It's going to be BabyKnight between Stardust to find out who moves on to the round of 16.